news or Argentina news. Um, I started doing this out of self pleasure. Is it self fun? Just for fun, I guess. Um, I'm an Argentinian. I have my mate here with my papa, and it's a kettle, right? It's a kettle, very used kettle with a very used mate. And I simply speak about the news. I haven't posted anything since the 5th, so I am gonna be speaking about the 6th and on till today. Obviously about Javier Milei government. Um, I'm gonna start with the government of Javier Milei congratulates President Trump on his electoral victory. It is a great thing for the whole world that President Trump has been elected. Rational and yeah, rational thoughts and facts the coming finally. All this madness that has been going on all around the world with uh, gender and politics and well, politics is I guess is the oldest, right? But economy, um, basics, man. Economy. Everyone needs economy. Everyone needs to be aware that they are part of the market, and as there are a consumer or entrepreneur or a producer, whatever they are, we are, whatever the person is, um, they're gonna be part of the market, and they have to know, or we all have to know how to evaluate ourselves in order to sell ourselves and um, to be good, to live, to have a good life. So I'm gonna start reading. I have over 10,000 words, so I hope you don't mind. Um, just fixing camera. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I put my blue shirt, which match with my blue eyes, so I hope you like it. So, the government of Javier Milei congratulates President Trump on his electoral victory. Trump is an exponent of the free, Western, and capitalist world. His leadership will find unconditional support from our country, Argentina, to defend life, liberty, and property. On behalf of the most voted government in Argentina history towards, as President Trump said last night, this means the 5th of November, the largest political movement in the history of the United States. Congratulations. May the forces of heaven be with you, said President Milei to Trump. And here we step in another topic of Argentinian politics and actuality. So every news that I read here is about Argentina. Okay, it's just for the world to hear from someone who lives here, an Argentinian, um, to be aware. All right, for everyone who wants to hear internal news from Argentina and to be aware what is going on. Okay, hostage by union terrorism, says the new, and it's talking about the Intercargo employees from the airport, right? So the airport security police are acting to rescue 1,500 passengers who were kidnapped by Intercargo employees on 10 Jetsmart and Flybondi planes. So 1,500 passengers had been kidnapped the 6th, the 6th of November. It's very bad news. They were kidnapped, and airport security police act to remove them. This happened on the 6th of November, I think so. There are people taken hostage with panic attacks and decomposed. There are families who were locked up for hours because of the delirium of a union terrorism that for months had been trying to put the Argentine air transport system in check. So that what was that was what it happened. The government is going to court for abandonment and kidnapping of people, public intimidation and blockade. He who does it pays. So this of blockade and public intimidation has been ruled on the first DNU of emergency from Milei at the beginning of his government. Keep on going with the news of the 6th. Sending off a list of judges. So the government sent a list of judges. The international government sends 150 lists to the Senate to appoint judges, prosecutors, and defense attorneys. This figure exceeds the amount that was sent during the first year of the mandates of Nestor Kirchner, Cristina Fernandez, and the Kirchner, and Mauricio Macri, which are the latest government. The last was Alberto Fernandez, and he did a mess, obviously, socialist. But yes, this government received a justice with 30% vacancies. That is to say that 1 in 3 courts does not have a judge. It's a mess. In addition, 1 in 2 prosecutors does not have prosecutors. Yesterday, the former Secretary of Transportation of Kirchnerism, Ricardo Jaime, appeared in court to serve his sentence for the Once tragedy, which occurred on February 22 of 2012. Only 3 years later, he was sentenced to 6 years for fraudulent administration, but due to the timing of justice, he goes to jail 12 years after the fact. This was Argentina. Milei came to change that. Noticeably. I think it's the word noticeably. That is obvious. Argentina has become accustomed to impunity being the rule, to the judicial system only being an instrument to delay the cases of the politicians in power, corruption, to persecute a certain person, or to turn a blind eye when the time is pressing, corruption. That is over, says. Justice at the service of the caste will now be a justice that works and is at the service of the Argentines. So the justice came back to the service of, or for the Argentines, no longer for the caste. The caste or the caste, which is privileged people, caste. So news from the 7th, private employment grew in August and September. Private employment grew in August and September. So there is growth in Argentina. We are in the 10th month, 11th, yeah, we are currently on the 11th month since Milei got to the government, and this is already happening. Private employment grew in August and September, all right? Month 8 and 9. It is the first time that this has happened since September of last year. The data comes from information collected by the Argentine Integrated Pension System, SIPA, and the Labor Indicators Survey, AIL, of the Ministry of Labor. This is due to the change in behavior of three key sectors of the economy: construction, industry, and commerce. These sectors were favored by the labor reform of the lay bases and confidence in the government's economic plan, which managed to lower inflation from 25.5% monthly in December to 3.5% last September. And today, I'm going to read this later, today is 2.7%, guys. It went just below 3%. Amazing. Record in meat exportations, which is one of the main curses or industry that Argentina has. His meat is taken as the best meat in the world, so it's good for export. It's good for economy. Beef exports accumulated during the first 9 months of 2024, the highest volume in the last 57 years. Guys, the highest volume in the last 57 years. This is amazing news. Foreign sales of beef accumulated a volume of 699,987 tons in the period January-September 2024. This year, the current year, according to the report of the Secretariat of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries of the Ministry of Economy. The data also reflect that of the 48 export markets, the increase in shipment to the United States, 46%, Chile, 21%, and Israel, 11%, stands out. Guys, we send 46% of our exports to United States. You guys eat Argentinian meat. I mean, there's a lot of Argentinians who eat Argentinian meat in United States, right? So that's cool. It's cool. So news from the 11th, that is yesterday. We are getting to the day. Mail deregulation. More good news for Argentina. The national government deregulated the postal service and postal operator. So there was a mafia in the postal service of Argentina, which is called Correo Argentino, right? Through a simple, digital, and free process, those who want to offer letter documents, telegrams, reliable communications, and money orders will be able to register as postal operators. Finally, the delivered copies and the certificates may be digital. This measure eliminates the monopoly of states' mail companies and the overregulation of the sector, which restricts competition. The mail service will be more efficient, of better quality, and at better prices. So, very, very common thing in Argentina is people from the Correo, from the postal service, the National Postal Service, they supposedly had to deliver a package for you, which you already paid for the delivery. Instead, they step on your door and leave you this piece of paper saying that they knocked for the 3rd time at your door and you weren't there trying to deliver this, right? And there is videos about these people from the postal service stepping in front of the door and just starting to write down the note that says, we've been here already 3 times trying to deliver you stuff and you weren't here, which is a lie. It's amazing. So people are starting to film these things and to post these things, which is amazing. Another news from the 11th of November. Visit of Patricia Bullrich to the United States. the Minister of Security. The Minister of Security speaks today in the United States before the International Monetary Fund. That was yesterday. She closed the conference, Crime in Latin America, Implications for Those Responsible for Economic Policies, where she spoke already about the security strategy that Argentina has implemented since December 10th. It is the first time in history that the International Monetary Fund receives a Minister of Security to speak about the concepts of guaranteeing social tranquility applied in Argentina. According to the Global Peace Index in 2024, Argentina is the safest country in South America. Thanks to the fact that law and order prevail, Argentina is an example in the region. This is an amazing news for every investment in Argentina regarding the law and order prevail, meaning that market will be functional and one step for any halt in the industry that maybe a union may do, organize, stop in the production or anything. Based on the law, there won't be any impediments, of the industry development or dairy development in Argentina, daily development in Argentina. So keep on going with the news from 11th. Mail, deregulation. I think I already read this. Yeah. Okay. So elimination of Procrear. The public trust program Argentine Bicentennial Credit for Single-Family Housing, also known as Procrear, will cease to exist as it is known. Great news. In its more than 10 years, it had a negative impact. Very expensive houses were built and delivered to very few people without following the federal criteria that it should have. Proof of this is that the municipalities of Avellaneda, Berazategui, and Lomas de Zamora these are municipalities from Buenos Aires, concentrate 30% of all the houses to be built in a country that has almost 3 million kilometers square. In addition, the average completion of the houses is 40 months. 40 months with 2.5% monthly execution, when the projects average an execution period of 12 months and a monthly average of 8%. So like almost three times less, 3 times lower than it should. It's amazing. Mate. The works, those houses that are being built or were being built, the works in progress will be liquidated at third parties to finish them, and then people buy them through a loan. Those who have a Procrear loan, this kind of loan, will continue to pay their installment through the mortgage bank. It's called Banco Hipotecario. The actual name is that one. It translates as mortgage bank. The dream is private, obviously. The dream of owning a home does not need the accrued interference of the state, but the push of the market. Proof of this is the return of mortgage loans in Argentina, where the Banco Nación received more than 45,000 applications so far this year. 45,000 applications in 11 months. Amazing. 10. Let's say 10. Continuing. Divisible mortgage loans. Divisible mortgage loans will be enabled in real estate projects to free up the sector, increase the supply of housing, and reduce the web of bureaucracy, which is amazing. We, as a previous socialist country, Argentina had millions, tons of bureaucracy. It's a piece of shit. It does not help anybody. Too much bureaucracy is a piece of shit. It slows everything and makes it expensive. You gotta spend more time and more money and seals and whatever the fuck you have to do is annoying. So, out bureaucracy. This means that construction companies will be able to pay their loan little by little, and as they do so, apartments will be released for registrations. Buyers will also have access to mortgage loans to acquire any building under construction or in progress. This sounds rational, but it wasn't like this. It is like that. It is like this now. So it is a good thing. Until now, there we go. Until now, only an entire building or a complete neighborhood of several houses could be mortgaged. If the construction company had requested a loan to develop the project until the entire mortgage was paid, the property could not be registered in the name of the buyer, which discouraged sales. It did. In addition, the buyer could not request a loan to buy a property already mortgaged. This excludes all new properties, those in the works or under construction, whose developer had not paid the entire mortgage. Instead of suffocating the real estate market with ridiculous restrictions, this government frees the sector to grow like never before. Guys, like never before. Frees the sector to grow like never before. These are the kind of news I love. All right? Welcoming everyone in Argentina. Everyone who wants to invest in Argentina. I'm going to tell you this. Argentina is very poor. So if you have $100,000, you can make a business in Argentina. A little business in Argentina will give you a lot of money because it isn't really developed till now. All right, great opportunities. We are hungry for growth and for work, man. It is impossible. It was impossible to work here unless you work for the state. Fucking communism. Hate it. Investments project in San Juan. Good news for San Juan is a providence. Within the framework of the large investment incentive regime, the RIGI, which is the large investment incentive regime, which opens the possibility for big companies to invest in Argentina. So this is one of those investments. The company Minas Argentina SA, member of the AISA Group, AISA Group, announced an investment of $1,000 million. So in the province of San Juan. So 5 times more the minimum investment you need to do to belong to this regime. It is the first company based in San Juan to join, and is the 4th investment project of the successful RIGI. The prosperity of the country comes hand in hand with more investment and more work for Argentines. Good, amazing. And there we go with today's news. I mean, that was today's news as well. Elimination of Procrear. divisible mortgage loans, and investment project in San Juan that came out today. This also came out today. So October inflation, I talked about this at the beginning of the video. October inflation in Argentina is 2.7% monthly, of course. 2.7% inflation monthly. October inflation was 2.7%. It is the lowest figure so far this year and the lowest since November 2021. That is, since 3 years ago, when Argentines were still suffering from the delirious restrictions imposed by the pandemic. Insane. Thanks to the Minister Caputo's Economic Stabilization Plan, anchored in the fiscal surplus and zero emission, Argentina went from inflation of 25.5% in December to the December of 2023 to a current 2.7% monthly inflation. It's amazing. Say hello to the inflation that is going away, says Adorni, the spokesman of Argentina, of presidency of Argentina. Finally, President Milei spoke in Meta, right? So that was amazing. Meta will promote economic development in Argentina. The president of the nation, Javier Milei, and the chief of staff of the advisory council, Damian Radel, participated today in Meta Day, organized by Mark Zuckerberg's company that includes Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The technology company presented its open source artificial intelligence model, Llama 3.1, which will be free to use in Argentina. Amazing. Woohoo! This will promote the country's economy development thanks to the implementation of technologies with artificial intelligence. Radel, for his part, announced that the Secretariat of Innovation will optimize the WhatsApp chatbot of the presidency of the nation and will train its team in the use of Llama. This will expand the range of services and improve the quality of attention to the citizens. As President Milei said in his opening speech, technology is an ally for the citizen in his search for freedom because it helps us to be masters of our time and the fruits of our work. And that is all, guys. Over 10,000 words I read, gave you 28 minutes of pure information about Argentine momentum, the present of Argentina with the news, the political and economy news, the most important things going on in Argentina. So I hope you like it. See you next time. I think I will gather some more days like today, 5 to 7 days, and read it all together in one live. And this video will stay in my channel, which is Tabula Rasa. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe and knock that la campanita. My English is a little bit rusty because I haven't spoke English for a while, so it's very easy. Bells, knock that bell to make sure you get notified when I do something new. So best regards from Argentina. My name is Franco, and this was Argentinian or Argentina News. Goodbye.